Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Yes, Montreal, my city. Welcome back to the Morning Detour. Weezy Moon Chaser in here with Lambo. Lambo, I want to ask you this morning, man. What about the kids? You know, back to school. I know you got some kids.
Yeah.
I was looking at StatCat. We have a big guest coming up. I was looking at StatCat. I don't know if you look at the last numbers. Black women, you guys are more in higher education than everybody.
We are. We really are.
You know what I mean? For those of us that do identify as a minority, you guys already know there's a gap in institution. You know, there's a lot of discrimination on all different levels of society. Basically, we are held back. You know, the game is geared against us, but there are people out there helping us. So this morning, so this morning, I want to introduce, she's award-winning change maker. She was named 2020 top black woman to watch in Canada. I didn't even know we had that award. It's only for the black elite. She's also the executive director of the CEE Centre for Young Black Professionals. I want to introduce to the Morning Detour and welcome Agapi Gessesse.
Thank you so much.
I definitely messed that up.
You said it right. You know, I said put some oomph in it. You got it.
Put the oomph.
I'm just going to call you Miss Agapi. Is that okay?
Okay, Miss makes it. You know, some of our members call me Miss. I'm like, okay, bro, we're like 7 years apart. So.
I know they intimidate, you know, it's like a respect thing, but I'd like to welcome you to the Morning Detour. Okay, so before we jump into the whole creation of the CEE Centre, how did you kind of get into becoming a commentator, a speaker for anti-black racism, and being a workforce development and youth engager?
You know what? I feel like I always say, like, when you're talking about Black elite, I'm like, I don't identify as because I really started my career off the backs and the love of just people. I was the young person who really needed support. When I was 14, my mother had passed away really suddenly. And so I found myself as an individual having to navigate, like my sister was 4 years older than me. So she was 18, I'm 14. She's looking at me, I'm looking at her like, how are we gonna figure this thing out, you know? And so I really was a huge recipient of like social services and programs, all of those things. So for me, really building this career was off the back of just me joining a program because I was volunteering my time as a young person. And I joined a program that United Way was running called City Leaders. And it was teaching people who were working or volunteering in the social service sector on how to do it better. So from a volunteer standpoint, I was just like, you know, I want to be in this program. When I got there, I saw other professionals in the industry helping people because, you know, as immigrant households, usually people are like, be a lawyer, be a doctor, you know? You're gonna help people, you're not gonna make any money. So that was ingrained in me. So I always thought I had to just do it on the side. But when I entered into that program and met other professionals in the social service sector, I realized, oh, okay, like they're well fed. They look like they're doing well for themselves, you know? Maybe I can also make this a career. So really, it comes from lived experience. Like I come from community and the need. I've been able to see firsthand the impact of a young person being given an opportunity and also being in a circumstance that is so outside of their control. So, you know, I've always just wanted to dedicate my life to being able to support young people like myself.
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing. Because you know the youth now is so much different than how we were when we were younger. You know, it seems like a lifetime ago. I'm like, I'm gonna be 40 soon. It's like things is moving.
You better stop, Weezy, because I'm older than you. You better just stop.
Yo, and you look way better than me, so everything is good. Everything is good. So let's talk about the CEE Centre, right?
Yep.
So CEE Centre, you guys have successfully launched 7 industry-specific career training programs, which just off the bat is amazing because we really understand the shortcomings of the current curriculum in the education system. So for you guys to have a center where kids can go, especially BIPOC kids, could go and say, listen, there's these programs geared to help you guys advance yourself in society. That's a good look. And then over 420 Black youth throughout the program cycle has benefited, 97.8% retention rate. So whatever you guys have going on there at the CEE Centre is working. And it's engaged and it's saving lives, more importantly, and helping a lot of Black youth across the country. So I heard there's a Montreal expansion on the way.
Yes.
I know you're going to that, but just tell us how did you kind of get involved with the CEE Centre and what is your current role?
Yeah, so I'm currently the executive director of the organization. The two founders are Shireen Ashman and Kofi Hope. And for those who remember the Summer of the Gun back in 2005, that was kind of a call to action for the province of Ontario and United Way to come together to create YCF initiatives, so Youth Challenge Fund. And they invested in 24 what they called legacy initiatives. And C is very proud to be one of two of the 24 that are still standing in the city now. And it was really created to invest in communities to address the gun violence situation that is taking place.
What are the type of programs that the CEE has for the youth? Because, there's many programs that we have, but it seems like, because I've been following the CEE actually for a couple of years now. So I'm very well versed on the things and the things that you've been putting together for young BIPOC individuals. But for people that don't know what the CEE does, is just to let them know the type of programs that you offer to the BIPOC community, to the youth.
So I'll just start off right off the bat with our mission. Our mission is to create an economy where Black youth can become financially prosperous, live high-quality lives, and contribute to the advancement of Canada. I think oftentimes when we're talking about the Black community, people think that is something far from them if they're not from our community. And the reality is, if Black youth strive, then all of Canada is able to benefit from that. And so when we talk about our mission, I'm very diligent to make sure that people understand that our success is everybody's success. And what we do try and focus on is high-paying jobs with upward mobility. The reality is our young people our unemployment rate is 2 times worse than the national average. So that tells me we're at the